Go.
Oh, welcome everybody. It's our podcast. We're back. Feels faithful. I got my brother up there and Jameson up there, my son. We're here.
So
So fired up, you guys. I can't even tell you. We just got off an amazing game. Jacksonville Jaguars. Down in Jacksonville. Wild card weekend. Craziness happened. Like I'm going from I just can't believe like 4th and 1, virtual measurements. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And like carrying Josh in the end zone, whatever it may be. It was amazing, great game. We're gonna just talk about that game. We're gonna talk about our upcoming Denver matchup, which is tomorrow. We're really excited about that, and I want to hear from you guys. And I know you guys, you our listeners, want to as well. So if you could subscribe or let us put a like on there, or whatever you need to do, subscribe. We would love it. Tone, James, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts from Jacksonville? Break it down.
Man, the game had it all, didn't it?
It did.
I mean, like it felt like I don't know. It just was great. I think now that looking at it, it was great if we would have lost that game. You know, if we didn't get that 4th down or whatever and stuff. It's like missed opportunity, but just a great game. And I respect the Jaguars a lot. Some of the other Josh on their side and some players I felt like were going a little low on Josh. That's the only thing I didn't really like. But the fans leading up to it, the people that were calling in WGR and some of the Jaguars just shows that I was kind of listening to. I just like to get a feel for kind of what that fan base is all about. It's exciting for them. I mean, for them, that really was the biggest game for them, like in a long time. And it's just, you know, I'm so glad we're on the winning side of it, but I really respect what they're doing and stuff. I like the new coach. I think he's smart guy. So I just want to give the props to them. I also heard, I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but someone's at the games that they played or they pushed on their big screen, the Bills logo, and just the best of luck in the playoffs. And I just don't really classy.
That's cool.
You know, to me, I don't
Very classy.
You know, I don't think a lot of fan bases around the league would do that. So I really, you know, I'm going to shout them out and stuff. I really do appreciate them and stuff. So I like that. And I think they've got a bright future ahead and stuff. But, you know, the Bills are in it. Here we are, divisional round. And I didn't have an episode, but I've talked to you guys texting it back and forth. And I was more worried about Jacksonville than Broncos. If you would have asked me who I'd rather play first round, I would have said Broncos. So I'm coming to this week not underestimating the Broncos. I'm not really over high on the Bills either, but I do feel myself being a little bit more confident in this matchup, how it lines up than the Jaguars. But I think it's going to be a very close game. Broncos this whole season have won these close games. They're never out. They don't stop to the game's done. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that. But the Jags game just awesome. One of my favorite. I had some favorite plays seeing Keon Coleman catch that ball for 35 yards. That was awesome. A little Keon shot. I mean, just talk about an arc. If he can get a little redemption story right now, that would be awesome. If he could do that. The 4th and inches sneak, push him all the way to the goal line. I mean some of those, and then the interception at the end. Those 3 plays. I mean, they just stick to mind, and just those are going to stick with me. And just I saw that. I mean, CBS put in a thing that Josh hasn't led the game-winning drive like that in the postseason yet, and I'm like, really? And I've really looking back, and they've tied the game a lot, or the defense has given up and they've lost.
Right.
So that they've never gone down. He's got it to go up and they win, and that just seeing them do that and him saying, "All right, defense, let's get a stop," and they did. It's just so fun, and I don't know. I saw the 4th and inches on. I have it right now. The next gen stats. On that 4th and inches sneak, so the Bills had a 27.5% chance to win. After that sneak, it jumps up to 77.4, which is the most win probability added on a quarterback sneak ever since it started recording that stat.
It's so cool.
It just that was the highlight of it. So
Oh my
but
gosh.
it was such a fun game, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys about how we're going to match up with the Broncos. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys would be proud of me. I actually watched the game live. I tend to record and watch and kind of mute my phone and just kind of get in tunnel vision and watch. But I watched it live. I watched it with my family, which normally I don't. I did have the volume on most of the time. But as I told you guys this week, Romo's constant comments about, it's going to be tough to get a yard. It's going to be tough. I mean, over and over again. I couldn't do it, so I had to mute. But I did hear, I don't know if you guys saw that, but he got a lot of flack this past week for the broadcast.
Yeah, he did actually.
And he said he was sick, actually. I thought that was interesting. But anyway.
we get him again this week. So
Right. Yeah, we get him again. The game was awesome. I think what the game showed to me was how resilient we are. I mean,
exactly.
3-4 years ago, I don't think we win that game.
Right.
I just think we're battle tested. I think we're tough. Of any of the years to be able to win on the road, like we're going to have to, right?
Yeah.
There's no possibility of having a home game.
Yes.
This is the year that we could do it. You know, I know we don't have the roster we had a couple years ago, or we don't have the pieces as much, but you know, don't sleep on our pass defense. We have the top pass defense. No one talks about that.
Yeah.
And we have obviously a great running game and a great offensive line and the best quarterback in football. So, you know, I think we're getting underestimated, which I'm happy about because we've been overestimated the last 4 years and it's just been tough to overcome. But one thing I thought was interesting, a couple things. They really talked big about going into the game about the kickers because Cam Little has this, like, I guess he's just like a freak for distance.
Yeah.
And then we have Prater, who's kind of hurt, right? And he's the oldest kicker in the league.
Yeah.
The difference in the game is Little misses a field goal and Prater hits his field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that? That's awesome.
Good point.
You know, it was a 50-yarder too. I mean, it wasn't just a chip shot. So
right.
That's huge and really great. And the other person that, for me, for that game, Trey White was just...
Trey White.
I mean, that was Trey White from 6 years ago.
I know. I'm like, in 2017 right now? Like, what's
awesome.
going on?
It was awesome. He was just all over the ball. I think he had 3 passes defended, which is fantastic. But he was just... I was really happy for him, too. He's been on such a road. And that was great. Obviously, losing Gabe sucked. Losing Shavers after the fact, which is crazy.
Right.
He played through that. That sucks, but just a very resilient. This is a really resilient team. I think probably one of the tougher teams. I think you could say the last couple of years we've had kind of not softer team, but would you guys say that more like, I don't know, more style points rather than just, you know, physicality.
Yeah, a lot of
and
finesse,
I think we have a really
yeah.
tough team this year, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, it was a fantastic game. I went into it. Yeah, it was going to be tough, but yeah.
I know. I was just going to say I was disappointed with Cook's performance, but guy couldn't run the ball. Like Jamie and I were watching it. We're just like 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. You know, it's like 3rd and 7. You know, couldn't get anything going ground game, and to see the Bills, like, you know, that Cook's been amazing this year, and he's really, I think he's won us at least 5 games with his running alone. You know, Pittsburgh game or whatever. I can think of some other ones, and you know, Josh would have like 180 yards, which is fine, you know, and we would win, and our defense would play well. But like when I was struggling, like, oh my gosh, we got to get Cook going here, you know, it's going to fall on Josh, you know, but Josh stepped up. I mean, what a game. Battered and bruised. That like, James, what you were saying, like they're hitting him low, and like I see his knee hyperextending, his hand. Yeah. I mean, they were trying to really disrupt him, and that dude is unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Yeah. So, yeah,
it's going to happen again too.
Yeah, no, it is, and
I think it is too.
There's a chance we play Houston again too if we advance. So it's like
I know.
But I think the thing that sets Josh apart more than anything is he doesn't miss games. I mean, that's a stat that you don't see. He's an Iron Man. That's unreal. I mean, compare him to Burrow or Jackson or even Mahomes now.
Right.
He just doesn't get hurt. It's crazy.
Right.
It's a funny story about that too. When people were asking him like that, like on the injury report, I think it's like his right fingers, his knee, ankle, and something else. You know, it's just like he's still a full participant in practice, of course, but his whole body, you know. But he was saying, like, you know, people are like, how do you know, you don't miss games and stuff? He's like, I love it. He's like, I think it's just part of, you know, growing up and stuff. He's like, he lived in the country. He's like, I didn't really do much. You know, they just farmed and stuff. He's like, my thing that I look forward to most was playing football in the football games. He's like, so if I miss that, that's my whole week's gone. You know, he's like, he looked forward to it so much. So it's like, for him, that's just built into him. You know what I mean? He just, that's his thing, man. That's his thing. And luckily, what you're talking about of like them being underestimated, I just pulled up on ESPN right now. There's the 4, you know, NFL expert writers, of course, right?
Sure.
All 4 of them picked the Bills to win or Broncos to win. So
really,
I love it. Yeah. They think the injuries are too much and Josh is banged up and the Broncos are going to get home. So all right, let's see what happens. You know,
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It is going to be fun. And we go up against a team that's been resting for a week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that number one seed is always something we talk about on this podcast. You know, like, oh my gosh, if we can just grab that one seed. It's not like it's automatic run, but you know, statistically speaking, you guys, you get a one seed, the high probability chance that you make it to the Super Bowl is there. I mean, you have a higher chance of getting to the Super Bowl with the number one seed. So, you know, but like you said, James, we got everything against us. Let's just go prove them wrong like we have the last few weeks. You know, it's like I was going through such a roller coaster because I'm thinking to myself, okay, if we lose this game, I'm thinking I'm going to the point where like McDermott needs to be looked at. We need to get some people behind this team for Josh. I'm like going through all these scenarios, and I'm still thinking about those things as we go. But then this game really, I want to hear your thoughts about on McDermott's play calling. Did you guys think? I mean, I really felt like in a long time I felt so confident in our defense. I don't know.
I know it's almost.
Like,
I think we're just so ingrained. We're in a postseason game. We're like, okay, when are they going to drop the 30 burger on us? You know, it's like it's just we give up 34 points a game in the playoffs, and then the regular season it's almost like 20. So it's like it's just you don't know what you're going to get, right? And maybe I mean Trevor Lawrence is I think is a decent quarterback, but he's no Mahomes, he's no Lamar. So maybe that could be part of it too. But I don't know. I think you're right. I think he's really developed this defense into a good unit this year, and it's. I don't know, this whole season, if we look back on this, it's like it's kind of an improbable, it's an unlikely run. Right. 6-seed Buffalo, new injured player every week. It just doesn't seem right. But for some reason, these guys ball out, and McDermott's really, I think, confident. And I mean, that's you see, he's confident. He didn't want Josh to take it either. He said, "Go get a points. My defense will hold us up in a minute." And
oh my gosh,
I'm like, I don't think so because I'm just used to the postseason of them falling apart, but. I don't know. That just showed right there and stuff. And I love how, I don't know if you guys have looked at this. I love that the Bills do this. I think like 40% of the time we do this pre-snap versus post-snap and how we change and mold coverages while it's happening. And I don't know if you guys saw, so Liam Cohen talks to Trevor Lawrence and some coaches do, some coaches don't. He does for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Up until there are 15 seconds left in the play clock, then that goes silent. And then it's just them on the field. These defenses, know that 15-second hits, and all of a sudden linebackers and safeties are starting to mold and change. And Lawrence is like, okay, like some of those, like that 3rd and 10, there was no receiver even there. I think a lot of that credits to McDermott and them game planning around this and really disguising these coverages. And that's going to go a long way, I think, with Bo Nix. He does not take sacks. Broncos get sacks and they don't take sacks. He does not like taking sacks. So he will, if he sees something weird, he'll throw it away. I think we can get them in some 3rd and longs pretty easily. Yeah. Not easily, but I just think it's more likely than some of these other teams that are going to think if they can contain him. That's the biggest thing because he loves to use his legs too. I know the Broncos are going to want to throw the ball down the field. I think kind of very similar to Jags where he likes to push it down, but it's kind of uncharacteristic for him too this year. I don't know if you guys saw him and Josh have similar passing yards. Dude's got like 200 more attempts though. Yeah. So, attempts, I mean, a lot. They dump it off a lot. So, I could kind of see them wanting to push our secondary a little bit, but if McDermott can keep, I don't know, doing the pre-snap versus post-snap coverages, I think it can mess him up in a good time. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to see kind of how he goes against Sean Payton in that way. Sorry, that was kind of a whole spiel there, but I really do like how McDermott's doing that this year. I feel like more than usual. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bo's kind of spazzy a little bit. I think he's more prone to make mistakes. Yeah, because he does want to throw it. He does want to play hero ball a little bit, and we've been through that. We've seen that with Josh when he's done Sugar High Josh, right? But absolutely. No, I think James, to your original question with McDermott, my thought was if we punch this ball in, give him enough time to come back, and we lose this game, I was thinking we might be looking at Harbaugh as our coach next year. I know. He purposely waited to the following week. I don't know if you saw that for his interview. Yeah. And to me, that felt like him waiting to see what other openings there were going to be because I think that's fair? I don't. I think Sean is a excellent coach. And I mean, talk about maximizing the potential out of your defense this year. Right.
I know.
With the injuries we've had.
Yes.
I mean, if you told me beginning of the year we'd be having Cole Bishop as our starting safety alone. I mean, there's questions preseason if he was going to start.
Absolutely.
Right? Who's been great. Hancock's out there. We have dudes on defensive end I've never heard. Andre Jones. I don't even know the guy. I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, who's 75?
Like
I don't even know who it is.
Like,
it's crazy. But I mean, just the injuries, the things we've gone through, I've been really impressed. I also think Shaq Thompson has been one of the best stories on this team this year. Even though Bernard's been hurt.
Oh my gosh, I know.
He's kind of you can just tell he's a leader on the field, and they need that because it's young guys, right? Yeah. He's been great. And I'm so proud that he got a pick. That was huge in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been great. But I was really impressed with Sean's coach. I think that was one of the best playoff coaching performances he's had, to be honest.
Yes.
With you. It was pretty flawless on our coaching.
I like how you said satisfying win in the text. I really thought it was, and that's probably one of McDermott's best. I do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think are going to be the two keys to the games, do you think? So I've got something in mind, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Or Denver, obviously.
Yeah.
For me, one is I'm honestly I'll give one. I think Bo Nix is young, and if he is pressured, we didn't quite hit Lawrence like I was hoping to, but I know maybe that was the scheme, and I'm whatever. But if we can get a little pressure on Bo Nix, I feel like he's going to make a mistake. I kind of felt that with Lawrence too, but he did. Obviously, he made two major interceptions, but
it wasn't because of pressure, but yeah,
exactly. So, but I would love to get some pressure on Bo Nix. Tone, what do you think?
Yeah, I think running game's huge, right? I mean, if you look even at the Houston game, Cook broke one off in that game too. So he's capable of doing it versus any attack. Now, Jacksonville's the best rush defense we'll play this year. And they didn't, what did they hold them to? There wasn't a person over 75 yards, I think, which is crazy. I
swear it was 47.
Been 12, 15 rushes for 40. Yeah, I think it was.
They were really fast to the ball. I was really like, whoa, that whole closed right away.
I agree.
So, I mean, kudos to them. They were great on rush defense.
46 rushing yards, 15 carries.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was tough all day. I think throwing to Shakir, that was almost kind of a de facto run game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they were all short passes like we talked about. But so running game's key for me. I think, too, like Jamie said, rushing the passer. So I really hope Ed Oliver's back.
Man.
I think if we can get some of that internal pressure there.
Yes.
And let the defensive ends eat a little bit, because Bosa's been a little quiet lately.
Right.
I'd really love to see that. If we can get him flushed out and then maybe I'm assuming we're going to have a spy this week because Bo likes to run.
Yeah.
I would assume
that
Milano.
Would be huge.
He did that last game, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
He did.
Wild card, which I think he's pretty good at, I think. I mean, Lamar, he gets burned, but Modix is not as fast. I think that might be good.
Yeah. What about you, James?
Yeah, I kind of like what you guys are saying. And to me, it comes down to these offensive line and defensive line. I looked into the strength of this Broncos defense. It's a little bit different than the Jaguars, where the Broncos their linebackers and defensive backs and secondary are top notch. I mean, you got the big names like, Pat Surtain and Nick Bonito and stuff, but the rest of these guys are really, really good, flashy. But their defensive front is an area where it's not amazing. Actually, the Bills have a size advantage from their O-line, D-line, like 20, 30 pounds, like from each guy. Like if they can really get low in the trenches, I think Cook needs to help go a little more. And I know I'm not even putting on that last 15 carries for 46 yards on him. That's, Jags are a credit, kudos to them kind of thing. But I think I need him to see 15, 20 carries again. And I want to get that number closer to 100. I think he can with this. And I don't want it to be, I would love the ball to be in Josh Allen's hands to win the game, of course, but I don't want it to have to be too much, especially when he has really no receiver help right now. So if our O-line can be healthy and really help Cook out to give him some yards pre-contact kind of thing when the ball snapped, that could go a long way. And Broncos, their defense is great. Very similar to Jaguars, maybe not as good in the run game. So run game's huge for me.
I like their options at like 2nd and 4. I don't mean to interrupt you, but just like instead of like 2nd and 8, I'm just like, gosh, if we can pick up 6, we have so much more to our advantage. Like even if he tries to throw one deep or just another run of 3rd and 1, you're just tush pushing right there. I mean, if you're not, and then you're tush pushing at 4th and 1. You have the chances, but you don't have that at a 3rd and 7 or a 3rd and 8. So yeah,
I know winning first down is going to be huge. And like I said, they're like, if you remember last year, he threw that 40-yard bomb right away to go up 7-0. Like Bo wants to do that. I think they're going to be a little more hesitant. They want to. A lot of their games this year have been close, 1-score games. That's because they love to control the clock. They want to really. Their drives are long. You know what I mean? So if we can kind of force them 3 and outs and we have our own long drives of our own, because if that game, I'm thinking back to that wild card game, and the teams, there's been differences, of course, from last year to this year, but they're pretty similar, though, the same. And they went up 7-0, but guess what we did the rest of the time? Our drives were long. We wore that defense down, and we just put up points, and we just outwilled them. And they just knew, okay, this team's on another level. Yeah, they're going to feel confident now with their being the 1 seed, and they have all this rest and time to prepare for us and stuff. But I think if you go in with a similar game plan, show some different, like I said, the post versus pre-snap and stuff like that on McDermott's side, it's great. The Bills did activate Ed Oliver, I want to tell you guys too, and Curtis Samuel. Ooh. So they are going to play. How much?
Wow, that's huge.
I don't know. So I don't know if we're going to get, I'm not expecting Oliver to be like, what was that game? Was it the Ravens game where he was just insane the first game of the year?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're going to get that, but if we can get just some presence there from that guy, that would be awesome.
Curtis Samuel? Oh,
can we get another Curtis Samuel touchdown? He scored against the Broncos.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
he did.
Yes.
So no Hardman then. We didn't activate Hardman, right?
We did as well, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
And Gore Jr., which means they're thinking maybe Ty Johnson potentially
be ready.
So Hardman and Frank Gore Jr. are on the elevated from the practice squad.
So Shakir won't take punt returns. So Hardman should.
I think that's what they were talking about because we're so shallow at receiver right now.
Yes.
They don't want to put Shakir in danger, so I think the plan was to give Hardman now. You don't make McDermott when someone fumbles.
Yeah,
he's not real high on that. And last time Hardman, remember that?
Oh, I know.
First punt he fumbled. So.
Yep.
But he's a veteran. It's not like he's a rookie, right? So
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, with the no receiver help, it stinks on the outside, but we do love targeting running backs and tight ends too. I think.
I know.
It's right here.
Well, Jameson, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't one of the weaknesses of the Broncos defense that they don't do well against tight ends? I thought I saw that.
So somewhere. Right here, we've got Josh Allen targeting running backs and tight ends. This is including playoffs. Right now, we've got yards per attempt first downs first,